The LDS Church has been publishing something called gospel essays. If you go to lds.org and you click on gospel topics and then explore the essays, you are going to read articles, Are Mormons Christian? Becoming Like God, the Book of Mormon and DNA Studies, Book of Mormon Translation, First Vision Accounts, Peace and Violence Among 19th Century LDS, Plural Marriage and the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Race and the Priesthood, Translation and Historicity of the Book of Abraham, and now two new ones, Mother in Heaven and Joseph Smith's teaching about priesthood, temple, and women. Now, this is all on their website, okay? And it's their effort at trying to staunch the hemorrhaging that is going on and to try to incorporate all that they can to justify many of the doctrines that when people really understand them, stop attending the ward like they're doing there in Ireland. So the problem with them is they're pretty slick, and they are, I mean, the LDS church leaders are pretty good PR machine, and they really know how to address things without getting, that kind of bolster their position while looking like they're being transparent. For instance, in the article on Mother in Heaven and the newest one, Joseph Smith's teaching about priesthood and temple, they cite in their notes Elaine Anderson Cannon on Mother in Heaven, Zena Diantha Huntington Young on something that she experienced, W.W. Phelps, Jill Mulvey Durr, and more women are cited in this than you can believe in terms of their scholarship or things they have to contribute. In Joseph Smith's teaching about the priesthood, temple, and women, we have in their notes cited Ann Brode, Rebecca Larson, Ann Boland, not the same as the of English fame, Durr again, who is a woman, Sarah M. Kimball, Early Relief Society Remnants. Nauvoo Relief Society minutes are quoted 9 times in the article, 10 times, 11 times. Judith Higbee is quoted. Durr is quoted again. And then I stopped, and more Relief Society minutes, and I stopped looking there, and there's 3 more pages of notes. Why? Because the criticism falling upon them heavily is about women in the priesthood. And so what this is to try to show, listen, and the article is really slanted toward how we are sharers in this priesthood with our husbands. And that has been taught. That's not something new. But it really is slanted to try to make it look like the women are all priesthood except for the ordination. Just like black people were all members except for the ordination. So you got to read these with kind of some scrutiny and a critical eye, and you can see through what they're trying to do. But in this one on Heavenly Mother, and we're going to wrap it up with this if we don't have any other calls, it says, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints teaches that all human beings, male and female, are beloved spirit children of heavenly parents, a heavenly Father, and heavenly Mother. The understanding is rooted in scriptural and prophetic teachings about the nature of God, our relationship to deity, and the godly potential of men and women. The doctrine of Heavenly Mother is a cherished and distinctive belief among the Latter-day Saints. Now, I don't think they've really ever denied that. I think that this is not one they've ever been like, no, we don't teach that. I think they've always been pretty open about the teaching. While there's no record of the formal revelation to Joseph Smith on this doctrine, some early Latter-day Saint women recall that he personally taught them about Mother in Heaven, and they give a reference to that. And then they go, subsequent church leaders have affirmed the existence of a Mother in Heaven. In 1909, the First Presidency taught that, quote, all men and women are in the similitude of the universal Father and Mother and are literally the sons and daughters of deity. Susa Young Gates, a prominent leader in the church, wrote in 1920. So you see through this how they are really endorsing the women and the prominent leadership that they have rolled. But anyway, she said that the Divine Mother is side by side with the Divine Father, And in the family on the proclamation to the world issued in 1995, the first presidency of Quorum of the 12 declared, each person is a beloved son, spirit son or daughter of heavenly parents, and as such, each has a divine nature and destiny. Prophets have taught that our heavenly parents work together for the salvation of the human family. So what has happened is, really, with that line included in there, prophets have taught that our heavenly parents work together for the salvation of the human family. We have kind of an expanded version of that Trinitarian Godhead that Smith was talking about. And Mother in Heaven is in there, the way they are describing that she too is working for the salvation of the human family. This stuff goes deep and far, and if you're a seeker of truth and you want to understand what your church is about when it comes to being LDS, consider the gospel essays by going to lds.org.